Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the open book. This is your host, Lakeisha, and I hope everyone had a fabulous Tuesday. I was a little sleepy before I went to work, but thank the Lord I made it through. I was so excited. I said, you know what, I'm gonna stay at home today. But I can save that little day. I can save it and got on through my day. Let's see who we have here. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. Let everyone know that we are live. We're actually going to discuss a few things. Okay, so everyone wants to be here for these topics on tonight. Okay. Hey, Blueberry Boots, welcome. Thank you for being first in the building. I appreciate that. Good evening, Kathleen. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, Kay Brown. Welcome. Hi, Jazzy. Welcome. Thank you for joining today. Hey, Nita. Thank you for joining. Davina is in the building. And hey, Cherry. Thank y'all for joining, ladies. Hit the like to let everyone know we are live. Also, I have a goal tonight of 5 super chats of any amount. So if you would like to support the channel, just hit the super chat button, or the free ways to show love is just hitting the like button, which is for free, and watching the ads. Okay. Hi, Nana. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Hey, that one. Thank you for joining, sis. I appreciate that. Okay, y'all. So we're going to get into a couple of topics, things that were really out of the blue, very random today, and catching a lot of people off guard, especially because of the number of people that could be potentially affected by so many things that are taking place right now in our country. Now, to me, a lot of this, I try not to speak too much on the politic part of it, but trying to keep it focused on the things that are actually happening. Okay. Recently, we know that there have been many things taking place, such as a lot of companies rolling back on the DEI, the diversity, and all of those programs that they have to offer at the different companies, like diversity training and so forth. And really, at some of the top companies like Walmart, Target. Hi, PM. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Target, Walmart, Amazon, some of the bigger companies decided to roll back some of their DEI policies. And we actually talked about that yesterday on one of the lives that I did yesterday. Excuse me, yesterday. And so, also something else that they were going to do, or has done, is basically deporting illegal immigrants. Now, y'all, recently, even near me, okay, 25 minutes away, there was a substitute teacher working at a high school, okay, one of the districts not too far from here. And please hit the like as you come on in. Thank y'all so much. And y'all, do you know the substitute teacher reached out to ICE, okay, and said that there were students there that could not speak English and needed the assistance of the Google translator, and reached out and contacted them, I guess, to possibly come to the school to deport some of the children, okay, or to look into it. Now, this is not far. I'm telling you, I probably less than 25 minutes from where I am. Hi, Josephine. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Nita said, I work at schools with the babies. I've been so worried about them. Yes. Okay. I am too. It's affecting a lot of people. Okay. It's really a lot of these things that are just taking place is causing unnecessary confusion and fear. Okay. And so that happened just recently. That happened yesterday. Substitute, not even a teacher at the school, are reaching out and calling ICE on on this, to come to the school. And it went It was all in the news yesterday. Leave all children alone. Let them get their education right. Exactly. Okay, Blueberry. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay. Hey, V, welcome. Hey, guys, Child D, thank you for joining. Yeah, it's very cold-hearted. Very cold-hearted. So then we also talked about, y'all know the Tuskegee airmen, they had training videos that they would show during the Air Force trainings, and they wanted to take that out due to these DEI rollbacks. They wanted to take that out. Well, one win that we had was they decided, okay, I'm on live. One thing that they did, they reinstated that. So that good news came out today. They're going to put that back because my thing is, what did that have to do with anything? Okay, what diversity? These men serve their country. Okay, they did it just like everyone else. So how come that can't be shown? How come we can't talk about women pilots? They all serve their country. Okay, at this point, they hear now, right? Some of the high schoolers and middle schoolers. Yes, exactly. And one news anchor, she said that, what happened, Kathleen? Oh, I don't even remember what you were talking about. I don't remember an outburst, Kathleen, but you're good. And so, a lot of the news, they're talking about this. Kids are wondering, do they, will they come and get them from school? Because sometimes if they feel like they can go and get the kids, that can pull in the rest of the parents. Okay, because they're going to come and try to get their kids so they can arrest them when they come and get their kids. Guys, Child D said, I want to know if they are going to take away Black History Month and MLK Day. That's what I heard. Well, one sign, Gosh, Child D, is when the inauguration was on MLK Day, I already knew where this was about to go. Okay, I already knew where this was about to go. Also, if y'all recall, President Jimmy Carter passed away, I believe, on December 28th or 29th. And all of the flags were supposed to have been half staff for 30 days, which would have ended on the 28th today. Well, yesterday, the White House said we are not doing that, and they put it back full staff. Okay, so we're already starting to see a trend. Okay, hi, Andrea, welcome. We're already starting to see a trend of things that are taking place that a lot of people don't even know are about to happen. Hi, Shannon, welcome. Kathleen said we will all pay for what's going on. It affects everyone. Right, Kathleen, and I'm glad you brought that point up. A lot of people, and somebody put this so vividly on IG, a lot of people want to speak out during the TikTok ban, but those people get quiet. I think this is D.L. Hughley. You get quiet when people's rights start being taken away. Why is that? We're more concerned about TikTok than we're concerned about our history trying to be manipulated and erased. Okay, diversity trying to, and we haven't even approached the education part. Okay, with the diversity and things of that sort, because that's all you hear is equity in schools. Well, what's about to happen with that too? Okay, so these are things to think about, and everybody is quiet until it affects you. Okay, because see, right now, some people are like, oh, I don't get SNAP, I don't get Section 8. No, what you gonna do when it comes down the line and hits your house? Okay, let's just talk about that. Because one of these policies that they're just throwing out, because to me, it seems like we have people in office that don't even know the law. Okay, how about that? Hey, Alexis, welcome. Yes, okay, let's talk about it. Okay, because y'all, this thing is deeper than surface level. I want y'all to really pay attention to some stuff with this. It gets deeper than surface level. And I got the nerve to have a baby in the midst of our girl. Okay, it gets deeper, y'all. Construction stops. Kathleen, you ahead of me, but that's where we're going. Okay, Construction stops, no food being processed, no food or products. So going into that. Okay, so now today we hear about, before I go into today, I wanted y'all to see. Now, y'all, this is a candid video from Mama D and Erica. Okay. So, but it's funny because something she said my husband just mentioned to me today in the car. You know, sometimes you can have conversations outside of social media in the public that you talk about at home. And we said something because all of these people now are getting deported. And if they are not getting deported, they are in hiding. Okay. They are trying not to put too much attention on themselves. Hey, Pammy Pooh, thank you for joining. Y'all, there are, and I don't know how it is in your cities, there are gas stops in certain places in the cities where Hispanic men, mostly men, will stand and wait. Okay, I know here in Arlington, Texas, they'll stand there and wait. Why are they waiting? Because they're waiting for people to come through and pick them up to go and do little jobs, you know, painting, cutting grass, and so forth. They know that's the spot to go to get some help. And they probably pay them, you know, some money here or there for their labor. Do you think people going to be out there waiting right now? Okay. Thank you, PM, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Oh, you think they're going to be out there waiting? Y'all, I am 4 away from my goal tonight. Thank you. Okay, those people are not going to be there waiting. So let's look at what Mama D had to say.
Now, y'all know who been picking for them produce? It's been the Mexicans. Y'all know who been cutting your grasses? Been a few blacks, but majority Mexicans.
Right.
Y'all know who been building your houses? The Mexicans. Building the corporate and buildings and what have you? The Mexicans. So you think they finna come to work, huh? And go in the field. Hey, Mama D. Hey, sweetie. Go in the field, y'all, and pick produce. Cut your grass. Build your houses if they are scared of mass deportation. Yep. Hell no, they ain't going to work. If I know all majority of Mexicans live on Buford Highway, the feds know it too. Okay? They know their apartments, everything. But they're not finna congregate and be working in the fields picking nothing if they're going to swarm in on them and take them away. So I'm telling you, they finna trying to make an excuse to go up on all our foods that have to be hand-picked, right? The houses, new subdivisions, that's going to come down to a all-time low because they ain't going to be up there building them. The buildings, the landscaping, you know, like my husband Ernest, he owned his own landscape. You know, I told Ernest, okay, come April, you better start snatching up some of those contracts because there's going to be a lot of empty spaces.
Wait a minute. Mama D speaking knowledge stuff. Okay, let me tell you. She's speaking a couple of things I wanted before we continue that I want to touch on. She is so right. A lot, yes, we do have blacks that cut grass as well. However, most of the ones that do and do it, you know, a wonderful, phenomenal job are a lot of our Hispanic people that have their own businesses that cut grass. They do landscaping, not just personal at your home, but they do this stuff for different businesses. Okay. They are doing the construction. You drive around and look at these neighborhoods that are being built. Who's doing the building? Okay, pay attention. Who's out here, like she said, who's doing the farming, gathering things? Who are the janitors a lot of times in a lot of these places? See, what I can say is they will sometimes, this is not to degrade, actually. This is me trying to say how well they serve. They will do some of the jobs that a lot of other races will not do. We have to consider that. If people start going into hiding because they are afraid of mass deportation, a lot of things are going to be affected. Okay? That is something to think about. Now, something else you just talked about, which is good business, a business idea. Now, I don't care what race you are. If there's an opening, y'all business owners, y'all got husbands and sons looking for jobs and things to do, you better get your entrepreneurship started and start taking up some of these construction jobs. Okay, getting these contracts for lawn mowing and landscaping and things like that. Where there's an opening, that's your time to step in. So be ready. Okay, I'm just saying, be ready. Painting houses, electrical jobs, all of that. Not to say there are not other races that already do that. I'm just saying sometimes it is a mass. So y'all, I hope y'all get what I'm saying. It's a mass number of them doing certain jobs. Let's see. D said, I'm trying to see what's going to happen because I'm literally in a Trump state and it's not safe. Girl, pray. Okay. At this time, just know God is your protector. That's all how I look at it. Did you watch the press secretary conference? None of these benefits are being affected. Yes, but I'm going to talk about that because just because it's a temporary pause and we don't know where that's going. And welcome, honey. Okay. So I want to show what could potentially, if this continues, what could potentially be affected during that freeze. Because I don't believe that everything's going to stop. They're trying to see what can they get away with. See, they just throwing stuff out there right now. But with them throwing stuff out there, guess what? You see where their heads are at. Okay, they're showing their hands. And they do a good job. Exactly. Lord, I didn't give a new name, baby. Oh, so they aren't touching the benefits. As of now, it's temporary. They're not. She spoke nothing but the truth. Yes. Okay. And I'm gonna continue that in a second. Huge shift for everyone. Yes. All we can do is pray. Yes. She said, no, ma'am, I listen straight from the administration. When I say not being affected, I'm speaking for Americans. Yes. 90 days. They need to hold the companies accountable that are hiring and underpaying all these undocumented people. Ooh, V, right. Okay. Hi, Suez. Welcome. You're welcome. SNAP insurance. Yeah. Okay, so let's continue. And we're going to get into what could have been affected. And I also have information from the updates as well. Okay.
Because people ain't gonna want to get caught, and nobody want to get caught slipping. They're not. And what's going on? I don't like what I'm seeing. I think we should start marching now. We should make a stand now. Don't wait and allow Trump to do so freaking much until we finally get a.
And speaking of marching, they have gone on marches here in Dallas in large numbers. Okay. So they are trying to stand together against some of the things that are taking place with the deportations and things of that sort. And it's not just the Hispanics, but also blacks as well that are joining together and showing support, because everybody want to get quiet when it's not affecting them. No, we need to speak up just like we were speaking up for the Tuskegee Airmen, and I'm glad a lot of people were. That was reinstated. Okay. We never know who's listening. I think if people can afford it to stock up on food, yes. And I said, y'all, I actually said that, I think, was it last month or November? And I kept telling people slowly start adding things. Now I said, don't y'all go out and start what they call it, where you should start buying up stuff in large quantities, especially we ain't got people out there picking it. Okay. Uh, but slowly start getting your stuff together. This is one of the only countries where people can come here legally and set up shop, get benefits. People that are born here can't get or start a business. Right. And I do understand that too. Hey, Mrs. X, welcome. Even banks are going to feel it. Yes. Who's marching? Is it illegal immigrants? When you enter a country legally, that's a crime taken from us Americans. Yeah, you know what? And I'm not saying that, y'all, that is okay, because I do believe everyone needs to go through the process. But how dare us, y'all? Let me just, I got to think of how to say some stuff politically correct. How dare people say they own something when it wasn't theirs to begin with? I'll just leave it at that. Okay, if anybody needs to be speaking up, we already know who was here first. Okay, how you gonna discover something that was already there? So everybody trying to put everybody out, they've been to put all of us out of here. I'ma just leave that there. I'ma kind of leave that alone. But yeah, we all got to go through the proper process. Okay. My sister been telling me that, but hell, I stock up and they eat it all. Eat it the hell. I said, man, I will wait. Okay. Start preparing and prepping, but vegetable seeds, start doing what you can. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. They got in, they got a better life. I don't agree too. Um, y'all taking me to some places that, but hey, this is the open book. I'm gonna be open. Okay. Um, well, I don't agree that people that were illegal are able um, to get food stamps and things of greater amounts than people that live here. Because as we recall in some of these cities, I think it was New York, they were getting like a large sum of money and being put up into hotels too when they traveled here. Okay, of food stamps and assistance. So I don't agree with that as well, because it's hard to get help here, even if you just need a little assistance where you're transferring jobs. Say, for example, you're transferring jobs, and I'm speaking from the scope of um, Texas, okay? Because I know every place, it's kind of different. Hi, Shanta, welcome. The best way to put it is, would you allow a homeless person to walk through your door and live there? Right. And so the minimum or the maximum, I should say, that you can make is like $3,200, even with the family of four. Now, making that, y'all pretty much don't even want people to have a home or a car, because a person with a regular income is barely making it. Okay. So how do you expect people to not make a lot of money? You still don't want to give them assistance. Like, I think the whole thing needs to be revamped. Okay, while we're at it. If anything, there are people that literally need help. Y'all need to raise the pay. Okay, look at how much people are paying out in rent, car payments, all that stuff, and let's make an adjustment to the living wage. How about that? And maybe not so many people would need assistance. Now, there are people, you are going to have people that abuse the system. I've always stated that I don't feel you should have to live on public assistance all of your life. At some point, I mean, now, unless you're elderly, like I believe like the elderly are physically disabled where you just cannot work. I get it. But even one of my friends said, girl, I remember getting an EBT card, SNAP benefits, and I looked at it and I said, I will not remain here. I will eventually get out of this position. I used to work, y'all, at my uncle's grocery store across the street from the projects. I would literally see women and men come in there getting, I mean, you get either TANF, which is the cash amount, or you can get the SNAP amount on your card. And so we would run the cards. So we had access to see how much they would get. Some of these women were getting like thousands of dollars in SNAP benefits, $900 in like TANF, but coming into the store, not trying to do nothing in their lives, nothing, continuing. And it made me sad. Like, I would see that and I'm like, you don't have to stay in that place. Okay. Because the government will have it that if you depend on it, it will make it where those that are not working and get some of those benefits almost get it made in a lot of areas more than people who are paying for like insurance and things. They get free medicine and things of that sort. And I told y'all, I've had to. There was a season in our lives where we had to. Okay. So I kind of know the process. I know how it can make it look and feel like, man, I'm getting all this money for food. I get But then people that are working class, y'all, you can't get your refrigerator stocked because you're paying such high everything else. So I think it goes back to we need to look at a lot of that in whole totality. Now they've even changed it to where you at least have to be working part-time to get some benefits as far as SNAP. Okay, they're even changing it here in Texas. It's not as easy as it used to be. So they are cracking down, which is why I wanted to talk about that, because although it's a temporary freeze, a stop, I should say, an injunction on it, that does not mean it's not coming down the line. You have to be prepared. What is the backup plan? Like, do we have a backup plan? That's all I'm saying. Is there a backup plan? Because we do not want, especially now, to have to depend on the government because they're already showing their hands. Certain sanctuary cities gave them everything while people that are born here are homeless and hungry. A lot of them are veterans. And that's sad, V. Those veterans fought. That's another program that needs to be looked into. They fought for their country. Why are they living like that? Having to live like that? Like, seriously. They don't care about you owning a car. You better not go in there saying you own no car. You definitely ain't going to get a girl. But then you got a lot. Okay. You see what I'm saying? When you're trying to be honest, you're not going to get a okay. My state has had over 66,000 people come in as refugees. Whew, Lord. We have long-time immigrants who work, pay taxes, put money in the economy, and really try to be good people. Yes, they try, but I guess that's not good enough. Baby, you better go get the paperwork. They telling people, to go. Some of these immigrants that live here, well, not immigrants that live here, but people who live here, to still that are Hispanic or could look like an immigrant, which I don't know what that looks like. To have their birth certificate on them at all times. Because I'm like, Lord forbid you get caught up in one of those raids and you leave. Oh my God. You don't know how many times I was denied help for me and my baby at the time. The worker gonna ask me if I have more kids. I jokingly looked around and said, no. Exactly. They don't want, the key is not to help. They really don't want to help. They really don't. The ones who need the help just temporary, you can't get it. But then we'll let some people live on it for 20 years. How does that work? I'm just trying to understand the whole process. That's all I'm saying. You know what? I might as well put my taxes towards a business and renovating homes or apartments, since honestly, that will open up employment for some people. Right. Right. And have the nerve to be selling them. Yeah, girl, don't get me started on that. Okay. Thank you, honey. You too. The middle class is being crippled. You got to work 2 and 3 jobs just to stay above. And sometimes, yeah, okay. Let's look at all of that. Okay, let's look at the working class too. See, we don't want to hit that class. Okay. Because baby, all of us will need an increase. I never look for a handout. Right. Sometimes you just need short-term hand up. I like that, Suez. I like that. No reason a healthy, able-bodied person isn't working at least a part-time job. Right. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, this is stuff that needs to be talked about and looked into. Our veterans deserve better. Right. I agree. A lot of people have too much pride to work at certain jobs, but not too much pride to be asking for it. Okay, girl. We would have to start carrying papers too. Okay, girl. I'm like, Lord, let me go get me another birth certificate because my son or my daughter went in my important papers box just out the blue. And I can't find my birth certificate. I said it's not the time to be with that. They might just start just, oh yeah, they deciding also, y'all, this is another kicker. They just throwing stuff out there to see what's gonna pass on through. Let's take some of our criminals and pay a fee to other countries to put them in jail over there. Like, what? Is that some type of slave? People said, now we slave trade. Okay, we paying people to take our criminals. Oh my goodness, the repeat offenders. Y'all might get sold over to the other country, and they'll put you over there, pay a fee for you. That's a shame. There's no such thing as middle class anymore. So yes, I don't want them giving ish to people that are here illegally. Hi, Rebecca. Welcome. Yes. Okay, Jasmine Crockett does not play. Okay, I'm gonna say that she tries to be fair and right, and she's going to speak up, and I love that about her. And they don't like her because she does speak up about stuff. She wants to have an investigation done into this administration. Elon Musk, she's was saying sometimes that can be a conflict of interest, just all kind of stuff. Like we need to look into. And like one man said, we probably need to look into all of the presidents when they become presidents. Let's look into some stuff because we still not be. Well, I'm not gonna turn this into that. Okay, let me continue.
Enough and stand up.
What we marching at?
We're gonna have to get somewhere. We're gonna all have to come together, honey. We're not taking no shit. We're not taking no shit from nobody that ain't. I'm not taking no shit. And get your guns and all.
You got your guns?
I got one. I'm finna go buy 3 more. The craziness really kick off, and ain't no food in none of the grocery stores, nowhere. People gonna be jumping fences. If you got a grill in the back, they gonna steal that. They gonna try to get things. Yeah, they gonna take your grill. Because maybe they might have a little food, or they went and shot some animals, wild animals, and they need to cook their food. They're gonna be hustling for everything they can get their hands on.
So they're gonna be stealing.
Yeah.
From each other? We gotta come together. We can't be taking from each other.
Erica, you got people stealing.
And when people, y'all, and like I said, I don't like making this into a political thing, Mrs. X, because I'm not gonna say, to be honest, I don't really know what the last administration did. It's sad to say it because I really don't know, because when they did do something, everything's just so quiet for the past 4 years. And I'm saying that, but y'all, I'm so honest. I really don't know. When this one gets into office, like the 4 years before that, we heard a lot. Okay. Everything was out there. It was all kind of stuff happening. A whole pandemic happening. It was just so much. We heard a lot. Okay. So the last ones, they probably did make some decisions that I may not have agreed with or not. However, I will say this. Some things are not so blatant and so, oh my gosh, like if you're going to stop some programs and things like that, give people at least a little warning. Like, doesn't just have to be so cold and we're ripping this and taking this and doing this. Like, give people, and this is just a sensitivity type of training moment. When you are one of the races or people that this is happening to, we feel that. We feel it, right? So if people are not affected, it's easier to say all of this other stuff. But put yourself in those people's shoes and think about sometimes the coldness. Yes, I know we want this perfect world that, oh my gosh, this is our country. We don't want anyone here illegally. We deserve this. We deserve that. But give people the space to feel this. Like, that's the part you hear all this other stuff. They shouldn't do this. They shouldn't, with all these attitudes and, oh, the last administration. But I get that. But these are people and kids. Okay, because now it's about to start going into the kids. People don't want to talk about that. Okay, give people the room to feel that. Empathize with people that are going through that. Yes, we do know that there is a process of how you're supposed to come into a country. We get that. But these are people that are just being arrested, bam, whole families that have built their families. Like, give them a grace or a warning that you're going to have to be gone by this day or something, or if we're going to block these programs, give people, look, y'all have until this time. We just haven't seen it done at such a quick rate and so harsh. If we're going to talk about the last 4 years, yes, it was stuff probably happening, but was it done to the American people, the ones you are supposed to be serving, at such a rate like this? That's all we're saying. Give people room to feel that. And people don't do that. Like, oh, I'm not Black, so I don't really feel how when people take out DEI programs where they're talking about doing, black training, doing away with those black programs and things like that. If you're not black, it's going to be hard for you to understand that. But use some sensitivity, use some empathy. That's all we're saying. At a time like this is a lot to process. It is only day 8. Like, really think about that. It's been a week. And it's been so much change happening within a week. That is a lot to process. That's all we're saying. We haven't even gotten to the let's take a look at the law. Let's see what the law says. How can we make this work for everyone's best interest? It's just stuff being thrown at people left and right. That's all we're saying. And I'm not trying to go on a tangent, but I'm just seeing all of these comments from various places. And, I want people to share y'all's comments in the chat, but I'm just saying, I thought about that earlier. I was like, people are not giving people room to breathe through this. Yes, it is going to be birth and pains. But guess what? If you have birth and pains, they also tell you to breathe. Allow people room to breathe. This is a lot at one time. It's not just let me come in and do this month. Okay, let me come in and do this month. No, it's one thing after the other. Okay, every day we wake up, it's something else taken. We don't know what's going to be they're going to try to take tomorrow.
From people now, and they got a house to go to.
You're right about that.
They got food in the refrigerator, and they still feed
I
them.
just show
So what? Imagine there's no groceries and no grocery stores, no water supply. What do you think gonna come first to them?
Right.
Survival. Right? Am I correct? Survival.
Right.
Survival of the fittest.
Exactly. So since Trump is
okay, so that was all of that video, and so let me read some of these comments, and then I'll pull up what were some potential things that could have been affected. White women and LGBTQ were the main people that benefited from DEI. We got 4 years, girl. It's a long 4 years. We cannot wait. Our country is on life support. New programs are coming in that will help everyone. If someone doesn't want to hire you, they will find a way not to hire you regardless. It's very offensive when someone calls you, what? What? I realized a long time ago I can't look at the government to do nothing for me. It was all about me taking the denials as motivation. Right. Did the denials hurt? Of course. I kept and will continue to get up. I know that's right. Yes, process the situation. Yes, like give people room to process. That's all I'm saying. Took away a lot and trying to take away women's rights to our bodies. Right. You got to go through one thing after another. Like that's a lot. Taking away the those rights, taking away these rights. All the rights going to be gone pretty soon. If we continue at this rate, what will we be able to have? Okay, so then today, the new news for today, and I'm gonna have to stay off of Instagram because that's where everybody update. I'm like, I don't even want to see. I really want to keep my eyes closed these next 3 years and what? 350 something days. You know, on a roller coaster ride where you just keep your eyes closed and just go through it. I'm just saying. Okay. I love you all so much. I'm not sure this channel is for me anymore. Well, we love you too, Mrs. X. And nothing is towards you. Just know that we care about you. But we're just saying for people that have been affected through this, we just want people to empathize, give people room to breathe through it. Yes, it may be a bigger picture and things coming, but we got to breathe through it. Okay, some people are affected more than others. That's all I'm saying. And some people are not empathizing. They just want to, go. I can't even put it into words. I really can't. And nothing is to offend anyone. So I hope it's anything I've said is not. That's just my opinion on some things. And from my reality of what I live through. However, I do trust and believe in God. That's first and foremost. But you got to meet people where they are. That's all I'm saying. Just meet people where they are. We Black people need to stop calling ourselves minorities because they group other categories of people as minorities, and that takes away from us. Yeah, I hope you're okay. Nothing was towards anyone in particular. I'm speaking about the masses through stuff like this. Yeah, it is offensive. Hey, Southern Beach Charm, welcome. Yeah, the communities are going to go old school and help one another. Hopefully, it will pull people together. I'm going too fast. Yeah, hopefully it'll just pull people together. Um, and I mean, it's gonna take time though. Like this, it's a lot of change at one time. People got to understand that. I don't know what more to say about that part, but it's a lot of change at one time. Let's see here. Okay, so when this we woke up to this, it was Trump had ordered a freeze on governmental spending. Okay, it was supposed to be like a temporary freeze so that he could see, I guess, their committee could see um, the different programs that are receiving aid, how much is it in line with his policies and things like that. So the first thing that they said was there was a governmental freeze on student loans and grants. Now that affects a lot of people in college. Okay, a lot of the children in college, they get those grants at the beginning of the year um, for school. We're in the second semester, so your tuition is due. Like, if you're gonna do something like this, give people a notice. Like, that's all we're saying. Like, what are these people that's expecting money to pay for their classes? What were they supposed to do? We have to be able to have civil discourse without taking it personal. It's sad we can't have healthy conversations whether we agree or not. Right. And I'm not, and thank you, Tip. Welcome. I am not trying to offend anyone. Okay. And I'm trying to say it as politically correct as I can. A lot of these are the sentiments of my heart, and I can't help that. I can't, because guess what? I'm in the category with some of these people that's being affected by some of these choices. Just like we have to make it through. Anytime we were going through unarmed Black women and Black men being unalived unjustly, and that was secondhand trauma, it was a lot. And this is taking us back to almost PTSD from those situations that we had to eventually get immune to. Notice as it continued to happen, people got more and more quiet because there was a level of immunity, because it was happening so many times. There was no justice so many times. And now here we are again with different things that can impact the lives of so many. Let us breathe through this. I really wish more people would have voted third party. Girl, that wouldn't have, I don't even think that would have helped. Okay, what about the taxes, girl? Hopefully they'll release tax returns this year. We don't know. It's so much uncertainty. She will be okay. This is the internet. What's she gonna do in the real world? I just didn't want anyone to feel that, it wasn't anything personal here. We just having a conversation, and y'all know V knows too. We don't agree on everything either. I'm an open thinker, but I'm also trying to express to some people how it feels from my perspective. Sometimes we have to look through the lens of different people. I was telling this intern today that was working with me. She goes to one of the colleges. And so we were talking about me and another lady that used to be in my position, but she's retired. And we were asking her, well, what do you want to do with your degree? And she said that she wanted to be a teacher But she didn't feel that it was for her. She didn't have the patience for it. So me and the other lady, we both kind of worked in some areas where it was very tough. Okay, our first teaching assignments were in those areas, and we said it's best to start there as opposed to going where it's easy. Because when you can get the training in some of the tough schools first, you become a more well-rounded, patient, stronger teacher. And so, what we also stated was when you even have kids, the lens that you look through, it changes. Okay, so education from the lens of a teacher is one way, from the lens of a student is one way, from the lens of a parent is one way. You got everyone focusing on one thing, but they're all seeing it from a different vantage point or a different lens. We have to respect those different opinions because they're seeing it through different lenses. Okay, that's all we're saying. No one's going to 100% agree with any of this that's taking place because they're all seeing it through different lenses. And I get it. Because I ask y'all questions a lot of times because I want to hear the other side of that so I can see if my thinking can grow. Okay, because when we take in different perspectives, it challenges our thinking and we filter it to see if this is a point where I can grow in my thinking. So nothing is ever personal. I really want y'all to understand that. I want us to all feel comfortable sharing our thoughts and opinions here at the open book. Okay, we're not downing anyone, we're not disrespecting anyone. So everything here, you should feel comfortable being able to share your perspective. I've never felt offended here. For me, it gives me various perspectives to think about. Right. Mrs. X said, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I'm praying for you and hope you're feeling okay. Income taxes will be abolished, and we're going to tariff in charge of the countries instead. Didn't a judge? Yes, we're going to get to that, D-Mail. Yes, we were just kind of getting here. We kind of been going through various channels to get to that end result. I got fixed because I didn't want any more kids. Right. Okay. Yeah. In the real world, I'm working behind the scenes to help those in my state to overcome hardships. Praise the Lord. That's good. I will raise and teach my daughter to protect themselves and their wombs and what the consequences of. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And so this is what we heard. So y'all, I'm working my way up to the newest update. Okay. So, but I want us to see this for the simple fact of keep in mind. Okay, I want you to take a mental note. Now, it was grants first and student loans, but then here are some of the other programs that could have been impacted: Medicaid, school breakfast lunch programs, Section 8 rental assistance, Title 1 education grants, TANF, which is what I was telling y'all about earlier, where they put that on your SNAP card if you get cash, state grants for childcare, Head Start, the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children, Department of Housing and Urban Development's Community Development Block Grant Program. Ooh, that's a long name. And EPA grants for clean water infrastructure. Oh, Lord. Okay. Because Flint's still waiting on clean water. Okay. So I don't know what's so hard about getting some clean water there. Oh, my goodness. I don't know what's so hard. Anyways, okay, so these are programs that this could have affected. Now, in a change of events, okay, let me tell y'all how God is gonna work in some stuff, okay? Because let me tell you, just like the Tuskegee Airmen thing shifted, it can shift back, okay? Now, this was supposed to take effect, that freeze was supposed to take effect by 5 p.m. However, there were some people with Medicaid. The actual Medicaid system went down this morning. They could not use their Medicaid. So, yes, some of this did happen. I just want y'all to understand that. Do not turn a blind eye because just because, okay, and I'm about to share the good news on some of this, that this is a temporary solution. Don't think that this stuff is safe. Okay, yes, we want it to be, but let this be a warning flag that in an instant, this stuff can shift. I'm just letting you know. If this goes through, I will be affected. Right. See, Denise, it's a lot of people. Thank you, Taryn. Yes, we need solutions. Yes, we respect Mrs. X's opinion. I'll never forget how that man threw paper towels at the people in Puerto Rico. Oh, girl. Okay, so let me take this down. All right. So then, y'all, because that was supposed to take place by 5 p.m. today. In a change of events, a federal judge has temporarily blocked Donald Trump's administration from freezing federal grant funding across government agencies, dealing a setback to the White House's plan to pause programs that don't align with the new president's political ideology. U.S. District Judge Lauren, let's give Lauren Alicon a shout out, okay? U.S. District Judge Lauren Alicon issued the temporary restraining order blocking the funding freeze until February 3rd, after a brief hearing in Washington on Tuesday. The order, which is intended to preserve the status quo while legal proceedings continue, was the result of a lawsuit from a coalition of nonprofit organizations and small businesses that warned in court documents that the order will have a devastating impact on hundreds of thousands of grant recipients who depend on the steady flow of grant money that they've already been awarded. I want y'all to hear that. These people have already been awarded. How are you going to stop that? Okay? They've already been awarded that money. So then you're going to come in here. These people are in college and say, oh, we're not about to send you that money. That's not right. If this goes through, I will be affected. Okay. Did I read that one? I think I read that one. Hey, Shelly Shields. Hey, sis. Welcome. Praise the Lord, Mrs. X. Yes, many of us need to do that because we can't complain if we don't go and vote. We can't complain if we don't go and work in our communities and try to fight for change. Like, seriously, I was asking that young girl today that's from that college. Okay, I said, what kind of programs do y'all have? Because I would love to speak up on behalf of children, on behalf of teachers. Okay, because these teachers are, that's a whole other conversation. I would go and I would speak up on behalf of whoever y'all need me to speak up for. I will. Okay, we need more voices out there. Jasmine Crockett, y'all, I'm going to get that video. She speaks up and uses her voice. She is courageous. She does not shut down. Okay, they try to shut her down. One of the other ladies tried to say meet me outside because she couldn't handle it. The girl's voice. Okay, now you want to fight? What kind of ghetto Congress we got going on here? Okay, we're trying to pull people into the park. We're trying to pull people into the parking lot. What is happening? Because you can't take somebody questioning or wanting to know more. Come on now. A White House official told The Independent the administration officials were still digesting the decision before deciding on what, if any, response to issue. Okay. So right now it's in a standstill to February 3rd. It's in a standstill till February the 3rd. Now, what happens after that? Only time is going to tell. So it's not officially all gone. Like, oh, okay, he was gonna do it and it's gone. We got to see what the response is about to be. Okay, so February 3rd, you're good, but we have to see what the response is going to be after that. That's why I said that a lot of this conversation was important to think about this, guys. Where is this going? What do I need to do to prepare just in case? What is your backup plan? That's all I'm saying. Yes, right, V. I have several medical issues that keep me from working. However, I have tried to get a job and was turned down. Yeah, Denise, and I'm sorry to hear that. And see, your voice is needed also. Okay, people that are not able to work. What are the options for those people? Okay, and I said that earlier. Yes, there are some people that cannot work. That cannot. Okay, it's not an option. I need to upgrade my skills so that I can work from home. That would be an option too, because they do have some work from home jobs too. Yeah. I specifically would like to create programs with return that single mothers, abused children, better aftercare. Yes, for women when they have a baby, and my passion, the new financial system. Right. Okay. And I agree with all of that, Mrs. X. I agree with all of that because, yes, we need more resources for abused children. Definitely, the single mothers. Shoes. We even need more better care after women have miscarriages, because y'all would be surprised by the number of hospitals that are not prepared for that, that don't provide aftercare for that. 1 in 4 women go through that. It's a lot that we can do. Remember when you said that the roaches were living there before that lady? Y'all silly. Davina said, we the people from all over the world need to get together and fight for all that is going on around the world before it's too late. It's time to make change for the better, not for the worse. Yes. Yes, I agree. I agree. Right. We have to, y'all, we got to speak up. We got to do our part. We got to do what we need to do. But we got to have a reality check from time to time, on some things. And I'm for some stuff changing. I am. Okay. Because I've seen different sides of this thing. I've had to be the one in the chair, like Suez said, trying to get some help because I'm in a temporary situation moving from one job to another and can't get the help because, oops, I have a car and I'm not trying to lie and get in trouble because I'm scared to get in trouble because I lie. Come on now. Something needs to change. We have rent. So, I mean, you get the houses and things get smaller, but the rent mortgages go up. But the pay never goes up. I'm just still trying to understand that. I'm involved in some of those areas here. Senior care is my passion. Right. Part of the problem is that this administration is wanting to take away these programs. From what I've seen, there's nothing in place for the folks affected. This is scary for many people. That's all I was saying, Tip. What are we doing to transition? Okay. Everybody doesn't have $1 million in the bank. Some people don't even have 1,000. What do those people do if they're trying to get help for their children, trying to feed their children? Okay. Free lunch at school. Because they, okay. I'm telling you, because you're eating up everything at the house. Okay. Lord, them kids need that food. Okay. What are we doing? What is the solution while we transition? That's what a lot of people want to know too. I've always hated to have to depend on the government. Right. You never know when things are going to shift. During COVID, y'all, the schools got what they call ESSER funds. And these were extra funds that districts were able to use to fund more programs because a lot of the students had gotten behind because of the pandemic. And so they got these extra funds to bring in more specialists, more training for teachers, more intervention for students. Guess what? Those ESSER funds expired last year. Okay, a lot of that money was taken away out of, they had a deadline when they knew, that was coming, that deadline was going to come. Okay, so imagine that's being taken away. Then you have other funds that are about to be taken away. How does that impact your children's learning? Because I'm to the point almost, thank God for my background and my training, I can teach my own kids. But what do you do when you have parents that can't? They don't know how to teach their kids. They don't even know how to do the new math. Hello? Okay, look, I got to teach myself before I teach her. I'm like, girl, let me look at a couple of the problems because it's the new math. Okay, I was talking to a friend of mine this past weekend. She homeschools her children and has done it for the past 2 or 3 years, I think. And we were talking. Okay, so if need be, all of my kids will be out of school and I'll just teach them. Because to be honest, the STAR test, it's a joke. That's a whole other conversation when we get there. It's a joke. I've seen it. It's a joke. There are incoming programs that are better. Please start to research what is going on in your state. Definitely. Sadly, for many kids, that free lunch and breakfast is all they may get. Yep, that's right. I know we are in scary and uncertain times. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mrs. X, for acknowledging that too. We appreciate that in the work that you do as well. Our teachers are not getting paid enough. It makes me angry. Yes, I'm telling you, I could go. That's a whole live in itself. Miss Denise, Denise, it's this new formula that they use. And each child, my son's teacher way of doing it is different than my daughter's teacher's way of doing it. So it's like, how we had old school math and things like that? It's different. So I got my kids, y'all, if you have kids that are probably like kindergarten through maybe middle school, try Adapted Mind. Okay. It's an app and it even sends you a report to your email. It's fun for the kids, but y'all, they have some good problems on that app. They have, I think, reading, math, and science. So in case you do have to pull your kids, have a backup plan. Okay, baby, who was that, Kathleen? Somebody was telling us the other day, was it PM? Somebody said start growing your food, or TNC, might have been TNC Carver. Make sure you know how to grow your food. Like my grandmother, she knew how to grow. They had a whole garden in her backyard. Baby, I'm about to start looking on YouTube. We have a big backyard. Baby, let me start going to get me some seeds. Okay, for springtime coming upon us. Yeah, we have to learn to depend on God. Girl, that was the thing we were saying the other day. Okay, we have to trust God as never before and know He is your source. Yes, the new man. Hi, Life. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm so late, but I'll play back. Yes, you like an hour late. I tried the new math with my granddaughter and cried to the principal every day. She told me we will get through this and patted my head. Yes. Okay, it's different. I don't have any children, but I do have young nieces and nephews. Okay, got you. Yes, start learning how to garden. Buy some seed. I'm telling you, baby, we about to be challenged in everything. Okay. You better learn how to cook. You got to learn how to grow your own food. You better learn how to paint your own house. Okay. You better learn how to build a house. Because if a lot of these people are gone that do some of these jobs, what are we going to do? Okay. I homeschool and teach them old school math. I came with the new math. Okay, so you already homeschool. See, that's what I'm talking about. And hey, they'll get it that way too. Nothing wrong with the old school. I have been growing a garden for the last few years. My kids love it. Right. Yes. And it gives them something to do. Shoot, Michelle Obama was getting us ready. Okay. Remember, she had that whole program trying to teach the kids how to garden. I've been thinking about growing my own for years. Unlike my mom, I don't have a green thumb, but YouTube and Google have a wealth of info on everything. Right, Suez, everything. That's what I'm planning to do. Grow some things when I move to my own home. I know that's right. Yes. Kathleen. What did Kathleen say? Did I miss something? Oh, okay, gotcha. Yes, what she has said up there. Yes. My legs are growing and banged up. Aluminum boats works. I taught myself how. Okay, Kathleen, I don't know that what you're trying to say right there. Oh, do you think the Obama's calling it quits? Girl, I don't know what that was all about. I don't think so, but that was weird. That escalated quickly. I don't know. I hope not. Child, I don't know. It's weird. There's a good gardening channel I like called Epic Gardening and another one called Epic Homestead. Oh, okay. Is that on YouTube? Right. I was like, meanwhile, oh my goodness, it's a mess. It's a mess. So, y'all, the moral of this story is prepare, have a backup plan. This is a temporary injunction on the freeze. So, it's no freeze till February the 3rd. At that time, okay, we'll get more instructions. Okay, I showed y'all a list of programs that could possibly be affected. Okay, does not necessarily mean that it will be, but you always want to keep that in mind that was thrown out there. Okay, you're showing your hand. You're showing your hand. So just in case, start stocking up. Okay, get the resources that you need. Get your business plans in order in case there are possible openings for new opportunities for your business. Okay, protect your wombs. Right. Okay, be safe out there. Yeah, and that's all we can do, and pray for one another. Let's be sensitive and empathize with people that are being affected in different areas, if anything, because everyone processes things differently, and change is not always good, and change can be good. So we'll see. It's one of those, we'll see how this goes. Um, I'm not sure of anything right now. I am sure that God, this one thing I'm sure, that God has never failed me and will always provide, protect, and be sovereign over my life and my family's lives. That's it. I'm not sure of Black history. I am sure that Black history will be taught here at the Open Book next month, and we're going to highlight some various people here. I don't know about the rest of the country. I don't know about income taxes, how this is going to work. I don't know about education. I don't know about the SNAP. I don't know about any of this. Everything is so unsure right now. And that's why I say, know where your hope and your trust. Don't be scared, for he has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. We can't get frantic during a time like this. but get closer to him and listen for the strategy. Listen for the plan. He will open the right doors for you. We don't need affirmative action when you got God. God's favor supersedes everything. Okay, I don't need SNAP benefits and things like that when you got the King of Kings that owns everything in your corner. Your business can be the one that stands out in the midst of other businesses not. That's where you keep your heart, and he will give you the peace of God that surpasses all understanding. People will wonder, why are you not panicking, Suez? Right. Because my hope and my trust is in God, not this system. Okay. Tell okay, Southern Beach Charm. Oh, girl. I'm up there trying to show y'all the AC unit. Don't Bitmo know what I'm doing? Girl. Oh, you made me laugh. I needed that laugh. Oh, Lord. Did I miss the tax information? Girl, we just said we don't know what's going to happen with the taxes. The tax people not even talking. And y'all know it's something going on when these tax people not reaching out to you. You know, usually you see the people standing on the flyers with their arms folded. Come on down to 2029 where we'll get them taxes right on time. Where them commercials at? Okay, what do they know that we don't know? You don't hear nothing. Now, when I go to these Walmarts and stores like that, you see the little tax booths sitting there. I don't see nobody sitting in those chairs trying to get that $1,000 advance. Okay, what's new? PM said, open book, girl, that's why I love you and your channel. You always drop that encouragement. Thank you, PM. We got to stay encouraged. We do. We have to keep each other encouraged. We got to stand up for what's right. We got to use our voices, speak up, all of that. If you're able-bodied and can work, go to work. Yeah, right. Exactly. Start stacking your cash. Girl, right. I was too serious. Girl, look, I might come back with another live because we had something to talk about with Thorn. Okay, y'all to make that girl, she went and hid her hair from us till she got it kind of halfway right. She said, oh, y'all talking about just got 3 braids on this side? Let me go in here and braid 3 more on the other side. She had a whole hood. Y'all had that girl covering the back of her head with a whole hood in one of her shorts. She said, I can't come out until I fix my hair. They were talking about my hair last night. Oh, yes, so I'm going to let this one be about Snap. Oh, but we might come in and laugh because this was a heavy one. But we just had to talk about it and have this conversation, y'all. Because if we don't have it, sometimes people will feel afraid. It's just like they don't have anyone. They don't have any hope. We don't want it to get like that, y'all. Okay? When people feel like they losing stuff, and stuff like that. So I feel better. We've had the conversation. Okay, I feel better that there's at least this temporary injunction on it. Hopefully, it won't go through, when people start losing their benefits and stuff like that. But we'll see, I know OB is congressman right now. Right. Hey, I'm about to go join Jasmine. Jasmine, see if you can give me the hookup, okay, on one of those seats. I'll come stand with you, sis. Girl, that be sick of us. Because I'm going to keep on speaking up. While y'all bullying the girls here, girl, we got to have another live. Y'all go get a snack. We'll come on back. Look, that round because we were Temple last night. Oh my goodness. I'm out today and tomorrow. Come on back. I'm open for it. Okay, we're gonna do that. But thank y'all so much. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Also, special thanks to PM for that super sticker. I really appreciate that. She's there in Texas, I believe. Yes, she is. Okay. Don't make me go and find where she stayed and go knocking on her door. Excuse me. I'm just here to see Jasmine. Sis, I saw you like rocking it kind of by yourself in there. If you need another voice, I am available. Okay. On the mental side, if you need to talk and reach out, yes, exactly. She said, "What would Jasmine do?" Was that Jasmine or Jesus? Okay. Even being able-bodied to work, they still can discriminate you from a job if they want to. Thank God my husband been at his job for 12 years, but I definitely don't want to go back to being a teacher. Girl, they can discriminate. Yes. It's like, whew, yes, Lord. Girl, just, hey, look, get y'all a backup, please. I'm just saying, I'm gonna be up in here trying to get my business stuff. Me and my friend, I just need to pull it back out, okay, just in case. I'm not with that left wing woke. Oh yeah, he said that he's trying to those woke ideologies, baby. They trying to do away with that. Stay woke. Y'all better quit saying. Okay. You know what? PM is in the chat. Okay, Jesus. I thought you were trying to be funny and say Jasmine. Oh my goodness. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for joining. Make sure y'all share this out. Okay. Please share this out. Let your people know. Get prepared. Okay. Start getting your groceries. Now go out. Don't go out here buying up all the toilet paper, having people fighting again over the toilet paper and all that stuff. No. Just slowly start, getting your stuff together. That's it. You don't need to do all that fighting and stuff over stuff. Okay. And get your gardens together. But I love kids as the parents and directors for me. Yes. Oh my gosh. Y'all thought, yes, I know. Wait, Shannon, meet us on the next live. Okay. Oh, you have PM block. Lord, V done block everybody. You will be up at 4 a.m. No, I won't. Look, what time is it? 9:10. I got a good 50 minutes to an hour left in me, and I'm going to bed. Okay, I'm not really sleepy right now. So I think I'm good. We'll be laughing. All right, love y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. And until the next live, make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell because you never know when I'm going to go live. Right, PM said, girl, don't block her. No, she said she must have you blocked, not me. Yes, the toilet paper. Okay. Shelly Shells, don't come peeking in here at the end. I thought you had left me. I love you, girl. No, probably back in the day, but PM is good people. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.